So, welcome everyone to our lecture 4 of Master DSA level 0. Okay, so I just want to show you something. I have created this playlist, okay, data structures and algorithm, Master DSA level 0 ongoing, okay, in which I have put three videos like lecture 1, lecture 2, and lecture 3. And now I'm gonna put more lectures in that. So, we are for our today days is lecture 4, in which we are gonna learn different concepts, okay. So I want to tell you the flow. Like what is the flow? We are using here LeetCode Playground. Okay, you can search it on like leetcode.com/playground. Okay, so you can create this particular new environment here. I have created for C++ in lecture 4 because today we are gonna learn in lecture 4. So I just want to tell you something, how the flow of this particular course and how we gonna learn different new concepts in that. Okay, so in C++ very extensive language in which there are different concepts. Okay, so I do not want you to confuse by telling you each and every concept in a single video or in a single session, because it is a bit difficult for you and for me as well to get the flow, like how the things are going. Okay, so what I do, I am using this beautiful website w3school.com. Okay, it is a trusted website because it's been over there for 20 years. Okay, so it's one of the best website out there. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you, like when you go to the C++ home, like w3school.com/cpp. Okay, so here you get something like learn C++. Okay, so suppose you click on start learning C++ now. Okay, so here you can read it out what is C++, why you use C++, difference between C and C++. Okay, now next up this stuff here, this get started id. So how can you use, we are going to use playground obviously on and compiler here. Okay, so this is all the stuff. Now we have this syntax, okay, which I have already uh, tell you in my first lecture, like what is header file, was using name is std. You can also read it out here, okay, just for reference purpose. So okay, how to print output, so I have already tell you by using cout. Okay, now new lines. Okay, so endl and black says and we can use. Okay, so now comments, I've already tell you a comment is a part of a program in which compiler ignores it and it is used for developer to read out for document purposes. Now in previous, in lecture 3 I have tell you what is a variable. Okay, so just a quick recap, a variable is a container, a name of the container which is used to define, which is used to store some value in it. Okay, there are different type of containers like int, double char, string, bool. Okay, I haven't tell you the size. What is the size of int? What is the size of double char, string, bool? I will tell you. Okay, okay, we have completed this stuff. Okay, for adding purpose also we have made in program. Non-declare multiple variables I have tell you in the previous lecture. Okay, what identifiers I will tell you. Okay, identifier is the name given to a variable, like what is the name of the container, so the name should be meaningful. Okay, you cannot start a variable name by from digit. Like for example, suppose what is the boilerplate code I've used here, stack include, you have to write it again. Okay, stream using namespace std and then int main. Okay, now what do we do, like if I give int age is equal to 24. Okay, and if I see out age here like this, what I got in output 24. But my name can, if I say int age 1, will it work? Definitely gonna work. It is working. Age 1, okay, it's giving us, I haven't print 1 here. Okay, if I click on run code, so see, it is working. Why it is working? Because a variable name can contain digit at the last. Okay, can it contain digit in middle like a1 ze1? Okay, it's a meaningless name, I know, just bear with me. So again giving 5 because I haven't changed here. Okay, it is working fine or not? Now it is working, right? Okay, like it is working. But what you can't do in your program, you can't start a variable with number, like one each can be done. Now how? For proof purpose, let's see if we click on run code, one age expected unqualified id. You can't name a variable if it is starting from a digit. Okay, got my point. Now let's jump out today's session. Today's session is about constant. Hey, what is constant, guys? So it's a very, C++ constant is something a very strange phenomena in which we say when you do not want others to change existing values. Okay, so use constant value like unchangeable and read only. So it's a very strange name. Like I would say it constant variable. So you guys said, what is constant variable? A variable is something which changes, and you're saying constant variable, which means constant. In programming, we have to bear with this, guys. It is called constant variable. Now, how to make a constant variable? Suppose int year is equal to 2023. Now, if I see out this particular year, put an handle here, and I clear the console, then click on run code. So I will go 2023. But suppose some guy, my friend Anuj, come and says year is equal to 2024. What will happen, guys? Yeah, I will get 2024. So some guy over there Anuj change my year value inside my year. So what I have to do to make it so that no one can change it? Just I do one thing. I type const. Now this line become meaningless. This line, it won't work. How? Check it. See the error. Error cannot assign to variable year with const qualified type. You variable year declared const here, you can't change it. If you put const here, you can't change year again. Got my point? It's a very simple concept, guys. Very simple concept. Okay. You should always declare the variable as constant when you have values. Just like minutes per hour should be 60. How many minutes in an hour we have? 60 obviously, na? What is the value of pi? It's 3.14 na? So just like constant, we should use const keyword. Okay, simple concept. Now next, how to take input. I've already tell you cin is used. Cin is used for input purpose. Okay, like here cin is used for cout is pronounced as cout and cin pronounced as cin. Used for output. Cout is used for output. And this is called insertion operator. We insert something. Got my point? We insert something inside the console. And what this extraction? It fetches, it takes some value from the console. That's why it's called extraction operator. Okay. So here cout is for printing purpose and cin for inputting purpose. Create a simple calculator. Okay. Here they have created some single calculator. XY sum. What we can do? Yeah, we can copy this code here. Okay, I'm gonna copy this code. Okay. Be with me. Okay. Now. So this code look very dirty here. We should not follow this practice. Just give me a sec, guys, so that I can make it more beautiful for you, easily understandable for you. So, tab. But tab, we got some spaces, like 4 spaces in generic compilers or generic IDs. Okay. Now here we declare int xy, declare int sum. Now here we are for like simplicity purpose and for look our code familiar with us, we type a number. So here we take input of x. Now state is to type another number. So here we take y. Now in sum we assign x plus y. So what is the sum of x and y? Just like we have done in our previous class, we send this value to sum, and now we display our sum. So what we get? Now why it is happening, guys? Like why this value is coming? This 394, because I haven't given any number. So this is called garbage. Now what is garbage? When we do not assign any value, our variable are assigned with in C++ with garbage values. Garbage value means I don't know. What values inside it? I don't know, so that's garbage for me, na? That's why. So simple exercise here. We put x and y. Why we are doing this? To check what values are inside xy. See, these negative, these positive, I don't know these values. So these are garbage. So how to avoid this? How to avoid this? So here's a good practice I want to tell you. X and y, you just have to just do one thing. At the time of when you're declaring these, so just do x equal to 0. Can you do this? Y is equal to 0. Can we do this? That's another code. You can do this. Now your homework is, you have to find out, in previous lecture I have to tell you how to assign a value to a multiple variables. Okay, what are the different way to do it? This is your homework. Okay, like I'm writing here x equal to 0, y is equal to 0. How can you do in a single go? Okay, some can also be, assigned to 0. Why is that? Because if you see out here, see what we get in the result. What's inside? See, some garbage value again. So when you declare a variable, please initialize it with 0. 0 means null. Okay, now 0. Oh, okay, nice. So now it's time to give the values of x and y from the stdin tab. So first values will be 100, second value will be 200. Now this 100 will go inside this x, because see in here, and this y 200 value 200 goes to y. So 100 plus 200 is equal to 300. If I click on run code, see, y is 0, y 0, y 0, y 0, because this. Okay, now clear console again. Now 100 plus 200 is equal to 300. Okay, just to cross check it again, if I change my value to 300, what will I get? 400. Just like we're getting here 400. Okay, so we have implemented simple calculator. Okay, that's simple. Okay, now you can also give this exercise. Okay, simple exercise, you can test yourself. Okay, in this. Now data types, I've already tell you that integers are whole number, float are floating point numbers, double are floating point numbers, but more precision, like float and double. Difference between float and double is float have like 0.4 up to 4 decimal places. You can have has precision. Okay, but in double you have, after the decimal sign, you have up to 8 places you can find the precision. Okay, I will tell you how it's gonna look like. Okay, now the main important topic here, boolean is a one byte, store true or false. One byte is the smallest addressable memory space in computer science. You cannot assign 0.5 byte. Okay, that's not possible. So that's why the size of boolean is 1 byte only. Okay, although now 1 byte is equal to how many bits? 8 bits. 1 byte equal to how? Click on this only. Now 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. That's simple. Okay. Now you have to understand what is bits and what is bytes. That's your homework. Okay, that's simple stuff. Okay, the size of character is also 1 byte. Store a single character, number or SK values. Now size of integer depends upon the compiler or the architecture. Now what is the architecture? Suppose this particular Windows I'm using is 64-bit. Okay, this Windows I'm using here, this is 64-bit. So there are also, in the past we have 32-bit system. So in 32-bit system we have the size of the int is 2, but for journal you will have 4 byte. Some of guys which are using older softwares or older architecture, older Windows, older laptop, you will see here 2 bytes. But for a general answer, 4 byte is the size of int. Now floating point size is 4 byte. Okay, I want to tell you something. Previously I will tell you float consists of up to 4 decimal point. That's my guess. Now here what is written? Up to 6 to 7 decimal point digits. The precision, the sufficient storing precision decimal digits for float is 6 to 7. It may vary. Okay, for a good rule of thumb you have to know this, up to 6 to 7. Follow Wikipedia, follow W3 School. Okay, so store floating point store fractional numbers containing one or more decimals. 6 to 7, you have to understand, like it stores 6. Whenever you want more precision, we always gonna use double. It costs us 8 byte, I know, but you can get the values up to 15 decimal points. Okay, now let's go to next. Now here's number. Like obviously numeric types are like this is number, this is number. Now this is a whole number, integers. Okay, now floating point are in double I store these decimal, like okay, these decimals. Okay, these are example. Now float versus double, important thing here, the precision of a floating point value indicates how many digits the value can have after the decimal point. Like after decimal point, okay, the float can only have like 6 and double can have 15. Okay, therefore we always gonna use double for most calculation. Good point. Remember this. Scientific number. A floating number can also be a scientific number e to indicate the power of 10. So e means exponential. So if I say 35 to the power e to the power 3 means 10 to the power 3. Okay, so 35e3, this 35e3. Just let me copy this code so it's a bit easier for us to understand now. Okay, now clear this out. Click on this. Now okay, tab here, tab, now tab here, and tab here. Now clear the console here. Now 35e to power, okay, my bad, because I'm not put any handle, guys. Now remember one thing, 35 to the power, now how it's happening. Okay, so 35 multiply 10, e means 10, 10 to the power 3, to the power means 10 multiply by it's basically 3 times. Okay, got my point? Just the same concept we are doing here. What it will be, 12 multiply by 10 multiply by 10 multiply by 10 multiply by 10. I will get this. That's why 35 350, 3500, 35,000. Okay, just like 120, 1200, 12,000, 1,20,000. Simple. Okay, simple. Now, so what we do again? Go to next. Now Boolean. A Boolean data type is declared with the bool keyword. Okay, can take only true or false values. True is equal to 1, false is equal to 0. So true is equal to 1. Always remember any positive number will consider as 1 or true. Okay, false is always 0. False is always 0. Okay, and if we got 1 in Boolean, so we have that assigned to true. Okay, so in C++, bool can be true or false only. Okay, output 1 if true and output 0 if false. Next up, the characters. Now characters are the single character like A, capital C, capital small c. These are the characters. Okay, these are the characters. Now A is equal to 65, B is equal to 66, C is equal to 67. These are the ASCII value. Now you have to go to this point and you have to learn this. Do not remember this. See what is ASCII. Was a ASCII table in C++. So every integer value is assigned with a character. Every integer value is assigned with a character. So 65 is assigned with A, 66 is assigned with B, and 67 is assigned with C. So you have to search it. That's your again homework. Okay, simple homeworks. Okay. Now strings. So here we see strings data types. The string is the most commonly used data type here. The string type is used to store a sequence of character like my name. Okay, like the word hello. String greeting. Now greeting is the name of the container, like identifier. Now greeting is the name of the container. Which type of container? String. And what is string? String is a sequence of character. So we place hello inside this greeting. And if I see out, so we get hello. Okay. It's simple. Now, one important library you should know for additional source code is string. Hashtag includes string. This header file you should include here. Okay, you put here. Hashtag includes C string. Okay. Now, I want to tell you something. If I string name is equal to, if I input my name here, Mayank, and obviously I have to put semicolon and see out my name here, put an handle so that it look cool, clear console, click on run, so I will get my name Mayank here. Okay, let me clear this input out. Now I want to list some strange thing. If I put space here and type Mayank Dubey, what will you see? Mayank Dubey. Okay, clear? Now what will I do? I do not hard code it. I ask from the user, from this std in. So if I take scene input, now what will happen here? So now see what happened. If I keep, suppose, Mayank here, Mayank in the string tab, click on run. So obviously it will display Mayank here. Okay, cool. Now if I give a space and then put Dubey, now see what happened. Clear console. I'm getting only Mayank. This is obvious because in the previous when we are giving values here 100 and 200, so there are two separate values. Mayank is separate, Dubey is separate. So what do I have to do? I have to do this. Mayank F name and string Mayank string D name, L name means last name, and here I have to see out first name, then manually put space, then I have to L name. Okay, I messed it up actually in the flow. So it's input, not output. Okay, this. Now I have to output L name space what? Sorry, my bad. L name. Here we got F name here. Now what happened to me? Obviously I have to put end layer. Now Mayank and Dubey. So here F name take Mayank and L name take Dubey. Check it. Obviously displaying Mayank Dubey. But this seems me to be a hectic task, na? Mayank, I don't want to use this. Yeah, do not we have something which can we use as a simplicity purpose, so that we can have a bit simple thing, so I can do one thing here. I will tell you something. Okay, I clear this scene. I clear this string out. Obviously, I saved this as a name, and I'm gonna use something here which is called getLine, and put scene inside it, and then my name. So what is this? I don't know. You haven't tell us this yet. Yeah, it's a little bit advanced concept. Now, if I run my code again, it gives me error. Amazing. So let's say get. Okay, type it correctly now. GetLine. Click on run. Okay, cool. Now see, if I run Mayank Dubey, but how can they believe me? So if I said here Mayank Tiwari, now if I run my code, I got Mayank Tiwari. So you got my point. This getLine is used to count this space. Do not count it as a separate sequences. Like this is a different bird, this is a different bird, because when we have a space, string stop reading. Okay, for this particular thing. But getLine forces string, and where it is getLine stored? It's stored inside string. Not gonna believe on me? If I run this, it is still running, because again we have this playground na, so it is much smarter, very smart. Let me check this. If I copy this to GDB, is GDB smarter enough? Put file inside. Now if I run and type Maya Dubey, run Maya Dubey. So that means this get line is inside this IO stream. Where get line? Okay. So this is your homework for get line. Okay. Understand where how this get line comes. Okay. Get line. This is your homework, guys. Okay. It's gonna work. That's cool. Okay. So now I'll tell you how to take multiple input. Now next we have this arithmetic operators. So very simple concept. I'm gonna cost you only 3 minutes for this. Okay, now focus, guys. Now just like we have operators in mathematics, we have operators in C++. Okay, so this plus is used for adding. Obviously for adding purpose, 100 plus 50 is equal to obviously 150. Okay, now you have to read it out. Plus is used for addition, as together two values, x plus y. If they are integer, if they are float, if they are double, so they add them. Now this is used for subtraction, because obviously we do arithmetic operator, they use on numbers, on mathematical operations. So this is used for subtraction. This is for multiplication. Star is used for multiplication. Now this sign forward slash is used for division. Now this is strange, modulus. Modulus is not percentage here. This is not a percentage sign. This is modulus. Returns the remainder only remainder. This is increment and this is decrement. I will tell you in the follow-up lectures. Okay, not focus on this. Now assignment. So x equal to 10 is not. It doesn't mean that x is equal to 10. X is not equal to 10. This value of 10 is assigned to x. It fetches the value of 10 literal inside this container, which is named as x. Okay. Now what is x plus equal to? I will tell you all each and everything. So you have to read this out. Okay. Plus equal to is a short way of writing this. X equal to x plus 3. Okay. We will run this. Okay. No, not a headache for you for now. Now comparison. Comparison just like equal to equal. This equal to is used as equal. Got my point? You have to say x equal to y or not. X is equal to a is equal to y or not, v or not. So we use this double equal to. This actually means equal to, whether x is equal to y or not. So it gives us true or false value. If x is equal to y, it gives us true, means once. And if x is equal to y is not true, it gives us 0, means false. This exclamation sign is not equal to, just like we equal to sign and cut it. So this is not equal to. Okay, this is greater than, obviously this is less than. Now greater equal to, it is greater or equal to. You have already stated. Less than equal to, it is less than or equal to. So these are pretty simple stuff. Non-logical. Okay, so focus and meditate on this. Okay, logical, just like in your college, if you're in college, so you're gonna have learned this in class 12 also physics. Maybe in class 10 physics you also study this logic gates. Okay, so our only focus is on this. Here you can also test for true or false. If we get 1 as true, 0 as false. Okay, this and logical and, we says logical and returns true if both, like left hand side and right hand side conditions both are true. Like x is less than 5 and x is less than 10, only then it says you're gonna get true. So if you have true and true, then only it's gonna run. Okay, now logical or works on either of the two conditions. If x is less than 5, then we got also true. If x is less than 4, we got also answer true. Okay, we obviously implement all the stuff. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna implement all the stuff. This is just for your basic understanding only. Now this logical not. Reverse result. If you got 1, it convert to 0. If you got 0, it convert to 1. Okay. So what is your homework? Your homework is you have to go to this logical operator website. Okay. In WC school, you have to read this logical, comparison, assignment, arithmetic. Okay. We're gonna implement each and everything. Don't worry, guys, in our code. Okay. So this is pretty much stuff, guys, for this particular lecture. I'm gonna meet you on the next one. Bye bye.